All right, on this one, I started doing this. I'm going to add it to my work around the shop videos. I'll make a few of those. Anyways, I already started this because I don't know if anybody that has ever done this. I don't do this every day. So um, it's difficult to keep your your bends and all your measurements and film and all that. So I'm going to add some outlets up here. So, and actually I have a new product that I didn't even know they had. So I'm going to add 3 boxes up here with 6 outlets total. So it'll be 2 outlets, and 2 outlets over there. Um, I don't know if it's too much, but I already have all the outlets in here are the same. There's 2 sets, four outlets in each. You know, so I'm gonna keep it the same. Without one different. This one is gonna be that new cover. I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's new or it's just Home Depot. I found it at Home Depot. So, anyways, let's get the last one put in, and this is what I had. This is the last. I'm gonna just use this. Anyways, I have an offset bender, which is that guy right there. So this is a 3/4 bender. So I don't have a 1/2 inch. This is 1/2 inch pipe. So I don't have a, so what I do, so that I don't have to buy another one of these. Because these things are, this is like $300 for this thing. And I don't do this kind of work. So, very often, whenever I do any pipe work, I just use 3/4 pipe because number one, it's big and, but this is what I have. Anyways, I take a piece of, this is, what the hell is this? This is water pipe, water PEX pipe, something. Anyways, so I put that on there, and it fits in here nicely. So I put this thing in here with the, I just cut it in half and took some off so it'd be easier to put in and out. Anyways, so you put it in where you want to make the bend. And it makes a nice, it makes a hell of a, it takes up the room for the, takes up the room for the 3/4, because this won't bend. If you try to put this on here and try to bend it, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, let me put the other side. If you try to take this and put it in here and try to bend it, nothing happens. So if you take this guy, and you stick it on here like that and line it up. So Check that out. So 1/2 inch pipe, 3/4 offset bender. I should really buy one, but if I ever, if I ever do any kind of a lot of this stuff, you have to have an offset bender because this just takes way too long. But I don't do that kind of work, so that will do. Actually, in Amazon now has one that is I think it's like $200 and something, and it does 3/4, 1 inch. So Amazon is, but yeah, look at that. It does a good job, really good job. I hope I have another box. We got lucky. We have a box. I thought we had it, but All right, so there it is. I don't know if these are new. They're new to me. Um, they're new to me, so look at this thing. Look at that. Normally on the other ones, on those, which are regular industrial covers, um, you have to cut. The outlets come with these lines, so you can see, you can snip these things off. You can take that off. You can take this off. You can take the ears off. You can take that little piece off. I have to use a pair of snips to cut it. But anyways, you can. But with these things, you don't have to. Look at that. They fit. They fit nicely, actually. So you don't have to do that. Comes with screws. I don't like using drills for this kind of thing. Look at that. And then they bolt right on. Let me put the other outlet on too. That way you can see the whole. Look at that. I don't like that it overhangs, but I like it when it looks. But that's nice. And the best part is that right there. Those covers are almost $4. This is $2, $1.80. So that's a huge difference. I don't think a lot of people are going to use those things. They're going to go to this. this is what I have. I don't have any. I know putting BX in here just makes no sense, but that's what I have. And I'm not buying any wire, so I don't really care. Considering BX is a lot more expensive, you know, but it's what I have, so. I could take the sheath off, but I'm not going to. It's not going to hurt anything. Normally, you would put an anti-short, but what I do is I take tape, I put the anti-shorts in. I don't have any right now, but I put the anti-shorts in, and then I tape it up. That seems to, the inspectors like that, so anyways, but what I did here is I pulled the wire out a little bit, taped it, pushed it back in, and then taped it all over again. So. Let me show you a close up of what I mean. They make a tool to cut this too. They make a tool for everything. But number one, I don't like the tool, and I've been doing this forever, so. Now you can't be a slob and not, and not make a nice cut. You can't just cut it like whatever, and then don't care about the wire getting nicked or something. You can't be a slob. If you're gonna use this, you gotta make it nice. The tool makes a cut, and it leaves it. And just like this is a little bit more jagged, but it goes inside. It goes inside a connector anyway, so you're not going to see it. But this is important, I think. What I like to do is, and I've done this forever, and I really I like doing that. Anyways. You pull the wire just a little bit. You don't have to yank it out, and then you put the anti-short first. I wish I could find one. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, after, I don't know, a few minutes, I found some. So what I do is I put this guy on first. Put it in there, and you turn it, turn the slit away from the cut, and then you just tape it on. Sometimes I try to keep that little tab out, so when you put this in, it sticks out so the inspector can see it. But I'm not worried, you know. I work with about the same inspector, so they already know. So they barely check. But anyways, you just do that. By the way, the tool does give you a hell of a nicer thing, but a nicer cut. But you're already carrying all these tools on top of more tools. You know, but all those guys you see on YouTube with the beautiful panels and all the wires, nice. I don't even know how in the world they do that. I've never seen a panel like that, anyways. By the way, I don't know how they sit there and make up a panel with those type of cuts, with those type of bends and things. You know, all the wires, they take the wires and they, you know, make a nice little thing, and then they twist it, and it looks beautiful. But I don't know how you charge for something like that. Let's just make that one. I like to pigtail things. That way, if you have to take one out, you don't have to, you know, it doesn't make a big mess. This is only for fun. I'm not teaching anybody to do anything like this. This stuff will kill you, so. Proceed at your own risk. Important. Very important. That's probably the most important thing. I don't like to technically, this is grounded already with the pipe. But I always run a ground in all my pipes. I don't care what pipe I'm running. I'll still ground it. It's cheap insurance. So I always put grounds. Not you don't have to, but yeah. So you don't have to, but cheap insurance. Now, if you're doing a building, you know, a huge building, obviously you're not going to do that. because the cost would be way too much. But if you're doing it in somebody's house or something, an extra wire, it's not gonna hurt anybody, hurt your pocket, but it will hurt somebody if this loosens up or something. You know, if that, you can really hurt especially, you can hurt anybody. I was gonna say kids, but you know, there's no difference. A family member is a family member. So. Now, if I was one of these fellas that does the perfect wiring thing, I would go in there and use my little bender to get the wires in, and not a hammer. I always try to leave the wires as long as I can. This is a shallow box, so it's not, you know, but you try to leave as much wire in there as you can. All right, so there it is. That worked out nice, those things. But I put a GFI here. The reason I put that there is I'm going to be working with the sandblaster plugged in. It's got a light, the vacuum, just in case. And then I have a GFI just in case we have to pressure wash or do anything, we plug in there. Even though pressure washers come with GFIs nowadays. But yeah, yep. So it looks good.